Craig Gardner, Technical Director at Birmingham City Football Club. As a supporter, a former player, former coach, how proud does that title make you feel?
Yeah, it's a massive honour. It's a good opportunity, and I'm 100% proud of this role.
So as Technical Director then, what will that job role be? What will your remit be in this position?
Basically to work closer with Lee, to work between the board and the manager, to bring an identity to the club, to give the fans a voice, which I think is very important they need, and to restructure the whole footballing department. I think that's important. We've already started it, we've done a lot behind the scenes already, obviously bringing players in, getting players out, and just making a change, making a difference.
You talk about incomings and outgoings there. Lots of people will have a look at the recruitment record at the football club in recent years. Take us through the different approach that probably the club have got to take now and the improvements we need to make in that department.
Yeah, so when I first obviously got asked to do the role, one of the first things we'd done was looked at the recruitment department. Recruitment for me is very important, very important. To recruit a player, you have to know every single little bit about the player. If the board are going to invest millions of pounds in a player, you need to know basically everything about the player. And have we done that over the last years? I'm not sure. I haven't been involved in that area. But what I can say going forward, we will be doing that.
And as a club, I know we've spoken about this privately, but it's about making the supporters feel part of it, as much as part of it as the board, the players, the staff. And I know that, you know, we're all fans. That's important to you as well.
Of course it is. This is my life. I'm always going to be in Birmingham all the time, and now I've got an opportunity to help change the club. Managers come and go, staff come and go, but I'm here to stay. So people say there's a lot of pressure on my shoulders. Yes, there is, but I want to embrace it. I want to take it on. I want to meet it head on. It's important that I surround myself with people that I trust. Again, giving the fans a voice, listening to the fans, knowing what they want, and trying to put that, bring that into the club.
Let's touch upon the academy. They've been through a year of uncertainty, but the club committed by achieving Category 1 status now that be taking on the biggest and the best at 18s and 23s level this season. That pathway from the academy into the first team, it's an important one, isn't it?
For me, academy football, especially at Birmingham City, that's it. It's important. We have to respect the academy. You look at the players that have came through: your Jude Bellingham's, your Amari Millers, your Damari Grays, your Nathan Redmond, your Jack Butlands. I can go on and on and on. But we have to create a pathway that is clear for the players, the younger parents, that attracts the best players in the Midlands to our academy. We financially we can't compete with your Premiership clubs, but what we can do is show them how we restructured the whole academy, the whole first team, and make that pathway clear, so they go, do you know what? We can get into that first team. There's a pathway that can get into that first team. We've restructured the footballing staff. Mark Kennedy's came in as Lee's assistant. Andy Marshall's came in as a goalie coach. But we've created a really important role in Paul Harsley as that first team development coach. So Paul will be in control of all the younger players coming from the 23s into the first team. The reason why is we have a lot of players that come through from the 23s into the first team, then they go from boys to men. So we need to make sure that we track all their minutes, all their games. So when they make that step and Lee needs them to jump into the first team, we need to make sure they're fit and ready. So that's an important role for this club, and we have fully faith in Paul to do that.
And at first team level, we've been embroiled at the wrong end of the championship for a few years now. So these changes aren't going to come into effect overnight. It may take some time to see the impact. So what are the short and long-term aims of the football club now?
Listen, we know where we are. We know where we are. We're not saying, right, this is it. We're going to go all in and we've got bundles of money and this and that. That's not true. We have to be really, really creative in what we do going forward. We know we have to get one or two players out to get one or two players in. We know this. We want to build stability to this club again. We want to build togetherness. we want to build an identity. Have we got an identity? Maybe not, but we're starting to create one now. The players that come in, you can see, okay, we know what they do, we know who they are. We've done a lot of homework. We haven't just signed them off the cuff. Like Lee knows Chucks. We know Jordan. We've been watching Ryan for a number of years. We know Ryan, and the players that will come in, we will know everything about them. So for us to build that stability in the Championship and grow together as a team and a club is very important.
What about the doubters who say Craig Gardner is technical director at Blues and that never work?
Listen, I've had doubters my whole life. The doubters don't bother me, but all I know is that I'm giving 100% to this role, and hopefully I won't let you down.
Well, guys, thanks for talking to us and the best of luck.